Are art challenges worth participating in? Do you even get any better at your art through them? Hello everyone, this is Mariam here, and in this video I will discuss with you about some art challenges that I've participated in and how I think they impacted my art. All the pros and cons. Should you participate in such challenges? What should you expect? It took me a long time to figure out a title for this video that gave the impression of art challenges with prompts and a theme and everything, as opposed to challenges that you face as an artist, so hopefully my title conveyed the right message to you. I'm a person that hates leaving things in between. Things half done, things undone. I might not do them justice, but I just really like to complete any project that I start. It becomes a battle with myself if I leave any project that I started hanging on. Because of this, I never participated in any challenges I saw online for the longest time. There were DIYDS, which is short for Do It in Your Own Style. There are prompts that people post. There are monthly or weekly prompts going on. Basically, there is something for everyone, but the thing is that you might commit to a monthly prompt and then want to make and post something completely different. And chances are that if you're like me, you'll want to complete the prompt list first, then move on to anything else. And this really hinders creativity and is a really good recipe to face an art block. Even though almost everyone hosting these challenges is very positive and writes that you can participate in some and leave some out, it's a me problem that I'll do all or none. So, if you have the tendency to be like this, remind yourself that these prompts are guidelines and not rules. I really learned this the hard way, and it is something I still struggle with. Another thing to consider before starting is if you compare your art to that of others. This can both be bad and good for your art depending on why you do it. If you do it to compare how good someone else's drawing or painting is, then definitely it's going to have a negative impact for you. And you need to always remember that someone else might be in their third year of painting while you have painted for 3 weeks yet. And that experience is going to reflect as a difference in your paintings. Even your own paintings at 3 weeks and 3 months is going to be vastly different. So compare to improve only and never compare to pull your own leg. Thankfully, in this regard, I don't end up pulling my own leg. Whenever I like an artwork of another artist, I study it closely to examine why I like it. Like, I really analyze it. Is it their play with colors, their approach to shapes? Maybe bold brush strokes are the thing that I like in their art, or maybe it's blending. And then I try to incorporate whatever element that I like into my own artwork. In a nutshell, participating in these challenges is an excellent way to grow as an artist, but at the same time, it can be a recipe for an art block, all depending upon the type of person you are and your approach to these. Now, let's talk about some of the challenges I've participated in and my experience with them. I haven't participated in many, but there's the 100 Day Project, Inktober, and the Food Paint Challenge. And currently, I'm challenging myself to do 30 days of urban sketching, but this is because I just want to get better at it. So, back to the topic. 100 Day Project is something where you pick up a habit and do it regularly for 100 days. So, there is no prompts or guidelines involved. All you need to do is to be consistent for 100 days. It could be cooking, it could be drawing, crocheting, sewing, or anything else that you want to get good at. I started my 100 days of painting on 17th January with a space painting and continued with space paintings until day 6. After that, I moved on to underwater coral reef style paintings and continued them for a while before experimenting with monochrome paintings. And I remember being upset with myself because I hadn't initially intended to change so many styles, but I am glad for once that I did not let that stop me. So here's the green sort of monochromatic paintings I did. After these, I moved on to blue monochromatic paintings, and these are six that are still very close to my heart. If you struggle with a color, like struggle to make shades of it and find the correct shade to choose when painting, one way to get better at it is to do a few monochromatic paintings in that color. This really helps you understand the color better and understand how it works. After the monochromatic paintings, I painted some flower fields and I really experimented and learned about clouds in this phase. And then I did a few tropical sunsets, so here's those. Around the same time, I had gotten a new sketchbook which was a size A3 but opened to become a size A2. So it was really huge. So I decided to paint huge mood boards based on color in it. I think I painted like 8 mood boards in it, going according to the color wheel. So here's my purple mood board and the paintings in it. Since the size was so big, it fit about 7 to 8 paintings in one color. I had to be really creative and think about new ideas that could be done in a color. These mood boards familiarized me with colors on a whole new level, as it was a real challenge to come up with painting ideas over a course of days in the same color. So then there's the blue mood board and then the sea green mood board. and then the green mood board. So, green was definitely the most difficult for me as it's a color I struggle with. There are very few shades of green that I like. The rest just seem a bit off. And yellow was also a challenge as I couldn't come up with ideas that dominated yellow, so I had to mix in some other colors as well. It's really a mix of colors in the yellow mood board. After that came the orange mood board. This wasn't as difficult as green and yellow, but let's just say that if colors were actors, orange would never get an award for the best lead. Instead, it would always shine as the best supporting one. If anything, that's the one thing painting an orange mood board taught me. Red came as a relief to me. There were many ideas with it, and I enjoyed it a lot. Only the pomegranate painting looks not so pomegranate like, and maybe the fish belongs to the pink mood board. But nevertheless, this was fun. Also, this is my first time painting in strawberry as well. Strawberry is something most people paint in the beginning of their art. That's the impression I've gotten through YouTube and Instagram at least, but for me, this was the first time I painted a strawberry, and even then, it was only line art. The last one I painted was a pink mood board, and this was the best. I finally painted my version of Starry Night in pink, and also it actually turned out decent, like if I do say so myself. Maybe this one seascape belongs in the purple mood board, but my color wheel was finally complete. Here is a collage of all the paintings in my mood boards. I love this so much because it holds all the efforts of months and it is so satisfying to look at because of the color sequence. This purple painting is the one that inspired me to paint dreamy seascapes, which is what I moved on to next. I painted six of these, but I loved the experience so much that now again these days I'm painting seascapes with a similar vibe to these. After that, maybe it was burnout or maybe something else, but I stopped the 100-day project at day 96. I just couldn't bring myself to make four more paintings and experience the joy of having done 100 paintings. Then I did the Inktober challenge, which is a challenge hosted in October each year. The theme generally revolves around Halloween, and most people do it in ink, pencil, charcoal, or just black pen. There's an official page for this that posts 31 prompts, and also there are artists that create their own version of Inktober with different prompts. I participated in a range of Inktober challenges, but only did like 5 paintings. The reason I participated in this was because feel Inktober is better suited for drawings as opposed to paintings. It's not a rule, but I just feel this way. And I wanted to improve my drawing, so I thought that this would be a good option for me. But then I got into university and got busy. I also never had the same motivation for drawing that I have for painting, and so it was just easier to leave the challenge undone, as October had also ended. After that, right around finals week in January, I started the food paint challenge. This is hosted by Ella Geruza on Instagram. She posts a reference picture each Friday along with her version of the painting. This cucumber painting is the first one I tried, and here are all the other paintings of hers that I've made. There's some paintings from the food paint challenge that I have not yet photographed, that I've not yet posted to my Instagram and are still sitting in my sketchbook. Participating in this challenge helped me shape my art a lot. Ella has a really different approach to colors and probably one that I admire the most. It was through following her impressionistic style that I got the confidence in using colors where they normally don't belong. Two things that I learned through this are the confidence to use colors wherever and as I like instead of where they might seem right or might seem to belong. And secondly, shadows. The impact of shadows on a painting is immense, and these can really make or break a painting. And this again is something I learned through participating in the food paint challenge. There's also a liquid paint challenge on Instagram hosted by Very Berry Draws and Lily Rose Burgess. I only participated in theirs for a single week, which was Valentine's week last year. Here's the painting. So, participating in art challenges can be a really fun way to grow as an artist as long as you have the right approach to them and don't end up pulling your own leg yourself. Comment below any art challenges that you found fun or would like me to try out. If you're still here, please consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a thumbs up. Take care and bye.